is it you're doing in a session? Like what? Like I've had sessions with you and you've sort of connected two bits.
What I'm looking at from a physical sense, emotional, mental, soul, you could say the physical body, and then I look at the energetic field as well, from a quantum perspective, and I go to the most coherent energetic point for someone. So whether that's in the field, it can be anywhere in the body. I want to use that point as a reorganizational point for someone. So it's a place in their field where they've got so much energy, and then that can pour over into every other aspect of the person's being to start reorganizing.
So that could be where someone's having pain.
Yes.
That could be a whole load of too much energy in one place that can be used elsewhere, which is a completely different viewpoint of what pain is.
Yes. Yeah. So the way I look at pain is like an alarm signal. It's just asking you to listen, to go deeper within yourself.
Well, I had to realise my body's been screaming at me for 50 years.
So it's like, so for me at the moment, actually, I'm experiencing a little bit of like shoulder pain in my left shoulder. So for a couple of days, at first I go through that, again, the what's going on here? But then when I actually like looking and turn into a mile, it's just trying to tell me something. So I'm just listening to it and allowing myself to come to those answers in time, because there's an expression of myself that I potentially haven't listened to.
Okay,
So I'm like, okay, I'm just listening to that. Sometimes it's emotion, sometimes it's a thought pattern. At the end of the day, one of the things I talk about too is the mind loves to control certain things and to come up with stories or ideas. So for me, I went through a little bit of a period of going, first I suffered a little bit. I was like, what's going on the couch? I'm like, but then I was like, now I'm coming up with certain stories, what could this be? But then as soon as I've got enough energy, I'm like, actually, it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day. There's something behind this. Do I need to know right now? No, because that's me trying to control my own experience. So when it goes through an evolutionary process, there's going to be some chaos, some instability that goes on.
That's an adjustment.
For you to then grow and listen to. So for me, I just see it as a challenge and a growth opportunity.
And with bodies, I mean, I always find there's such a difference between when I come up with stuff like, you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, compared to I listen and something reveals itself that makes me go, that's what it's about. And that's the difference between, I always call that like being, from the inside out, like waking up from the inside out. Someone can tell you something, that's because you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, but it doesn't resonate with you. But if you have the realization, and it's like it comes from that core place that you're talking about of getting in touch with yourself and your body, and it's very different than reading a book about shoulder pain. That's the difference. And that's really that moving into that holistic model, which is the whole picture, the physical, the mental, the emotional, spiritual, environmental, all of it.
I say it's like the integral model, because we want to integrate the wisdom behind the pain.
The work is to integrate that childhood vulnerability with the present part of you that you've already honed and know of yourself. And that integration is really important, because you gain the pearls of your survival all over again. So the strong part of you becomes even stronger. As you recognise that strength, that strong part of you. So that's what you come out with again, and it's just stronger.
A lot of practitioners will talk about you've got a lot of tension in the body, that's completely true. So part of the release of tension in the body, as that's coming out, there's going to be wisdom behind that tension, because there was energy that was stored into the body through certain events in your life, but it's now being projected into the present moment. So there's going to be some kind of thing that's going on there, whether it's passed down through epigenetics from your parents, or it could just be something you've experienced in childhood or teenage years, or a traumatic event, and like a shock that gets stored in the body because you didn't have enough energy at that point in time to actually process that event. So all of a sudden that becomes tension in the body. So when it comes out, there's going to be some wisdom behind that story.
Whether it's mental, emotional, or physical, it doesn't make a difference. It's like pain is pain, and if you run from it, it always catches you up.
Definitely. All of a sudden you might be pushing it away for years, and the same thing. It's when you become more and more connected to yourself. That's right. You can almost get more efficient at your own inner healing and your own biological healing too, because you listen more authentically to yourself. And rather than, again, that avoidance of pain, which then causes more pain for yourself and probably other people around you, you then actually have enough energy to go, oh yeah, I can integrate this, I can see what's going on, I'm now more connected to my cells in my body, so I can actually feel that.
Yeah. Have you worked with people who were here for the quakes?
For the quakes? There's a couple of people that have been here that I've worked on. Some moved after and then I started to work on them. They haven't actually mentioned personally to me about
No,
the
they
quake.
don't, that's right,
So an earthquake is like a shock in the body, so whether or not they've processed it in time, I can't say for sure.
No.
But they've just been talking about saying, or they come for me for other reasons.
Yeah, so it's a number of years on from that. There's a lot of children who were like having night terrors at that time, so they'll now be adults, you know. So you'll really see that how that trauma has translated all these years later.
Yeah.
And I just think it's really relevant that this is where you've planted yourself for now. And anybody who is able to come and see you should do it while you're here, because I don't think you'll be here for long. And of course you can work online.
Yes, yep. So similar to how I take people through in person, I take them through some body work online and the energetic field. And I'm starting to see quite similar results from the people that I've got online. So yeah, I'm quite comfortable in saying, I can get the results there too, in an energetic sense.
Is it as good as?
Oh, I would say so. Yeah. I go for a bit more education, I think, online.
Okay.
As well, so the person understands a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
And then I go more into the energetic field, probably a little bit quicker.
Okay.
But the same thing. First, we've got to come ease in ourselves. So I take through the journey of them, one, having enough inner safety and ease.
Yeah,
that's
well,
cool to see.
People who have talked, I haven't spoken to anyone who you've worked with online, but people offline have, what they've said to me is quite interesting, because they're having physical results even though you're working purely energetically.
Well, I had some peripheral neuropathy in my foot, and it was probably related to like sciatica sort of stuff. So I've noticed that there's been a lot of structural changes in my back and my stance, and I'm no longer getting the neuropathy, and my back isn't aching anymore.
Wow.
And, there's a whole...
So physical.
Yeah, there's
physical
some
changes.
physical changes that have happened sort of fairly quickly, and without even noticing things, suddenly you just realise, oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Pain is like that. When it's there, you know all about it, and then when it's gone, it's like you forgot it's even there. So So what was the symptoms then of neuropathy? What did you call it?
Peripheral neuropathy, intense nerve pain in the foot. It used to be so intense, I actually ended up in AA at one stage. No medications, nothing would help it.
You know, that self-organising is showing itself in physical changes, not just mental and emotional. And that's quite, it's not unique, but it's consistent with you. You're seeing that consistently. So that's really exciting, because that tells you that you're bringing the field right down into the kind of physical day-to-day living kind of reality. It's not a weird kind of intangible concept.
No, it's like a lot of people, like I think I know my partner is a massage therapist. She's like, it's actually super tangible when you've been on it. You can really feel the physical changes as well during the session. So it's like, that's quite fascinating for people. Because again, sometimes they come thinking it's just energetic, and I'm like, the part of the picture is that embodiment. So I really want to see the embodiment of physical changes in people's health as well. And that's where I guess I track results as well.
That's the
because a lot of people have different changes and it's quite non-linear, but at the end of the day I want to see all the changes for someone's health and well-being.
So what are those changes, like the physical level, and then kind of in their life, and what sort of changes?
So you can say those physical changes, so they get more breath in the system, a lot more physical ease and connection, their postures change, they've got more vital energy. So one of the things that I hear, and I hear this a lot from old people too, it's like, all of a sudden I've got all these bursts of energy and I can just keep going all day now.
I've got a huge amount of energy. I was having to rest a lot, and now I'm doing things I haven't done for 3 years, out on the garden on a steep section, just anything, and it's sustained energy during the day. So that is a massive change in itself.
Whereas before they had to keep like doing these power naps or sleep quite a bit. They're now waking up and they're like, oh, I'm in the garden all day.
Yeah.
And I can go again tomorrow. And they look at me and they're like ecstatic.
Yeah.
So again, they've got more function in themselves. Emotionally, they're able to respond to the world rather than react. So rather than having more arguments or again this blame game, it's like, oh, I can actually respond.
Not the need to go into it, not the need to push the point or argue that or have my say. Sometimes it's just been enough just to let's leave it at that. It's not get involved.
I've got more time now to go feel my emotions and then act.
Yeah, there's been a sense of things not bothering me the same, that I've just been able to kind of just stay in my lane and then not have the same impact that it once would have, been more relaxed and calm.
A lot of people have sense of self changes. Again, they go into their authentic nature more and they're like, oh, I can really feel my I now. My boundaries have gotten better and I'm able to now act how I want to act, not how the world tells me to act.
Knowing who I am and what I'm doing and being more sure of myself and being able to do things that I hadn't been able to do before in those situations.
And I've been able to reclaim who I am. Just recently I've become aware of the kind of more of the essence of me. So I feel very pleased with the whole process.
So really claiming your sovereignty.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
one of the last ones would be like these conscious changes. So again, getting more awareness of what's really going on energetically, and you could say quantumly, because they're going through that conscious shift.
It's really shifted me energetically into a good way of being. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So Ken Wilby's like a Western and Eastern philosopher that's integrated quite a few things with a background in psychology. I think he's like known as the father of psychology, kind of like what Einstein was for physics. And he's got this integral model and explains how people consciously go through shifts.
And so that translates into them finding their purpose or getting on a life path that's much more in keeping with who they are, that sort of thing.
They're able to bring their gifts to the world.
Have an impact.
I definitely feel like I've been here for a specific mission, to bring out the truth of that satanic ritual abuse in this life.
And able to receive others' gifts as well.
That sounds really good. So that collaboration is happening. Yeah, that's great.
So
very exciting. So you're just in the early stages, really. How long have you been doing this work now?
I started to learn the work from Craig in Auckland. It would be, I think, exactly 2 years ago.
Only 2 years.
And then I shifted down here about 6 months ago. But I've been researching, you can say, the quantum field and everything since I was 18, 19. And then going like, how do we bring this to the body? And then same thing, I've gone through the work that Craig was residing at the time. And I've also gone through those conscious changes. There's something founders have, which is, I call it, they're like a dog with a bone. They can't leave it alone. It's got to be 24/7. They live, sleep, eat, and breathe it. They're not, they're not able to really put a lot of their energy elsewhere because they know this is what I'm here to do, and that's what you have. You have that dog with a bone. I find as soon as before, even when I was studying at the chiropractic college, or when I first got here, I just to make a little bit more money. It's like I did some tennis coaching. Oh man, did my soul hurt? I can't hide from myself. So it's like my soul's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I know what I meant to be doing, because again, the sense of self is here, and I'm like, my version of myself is no longer a tennis coach. That was a past version of myself. That was a phase you went through. It's like, yes, I can be flexible to enter the role for a little bit, but only for a little bit. No, okay, I'm done. Absolutely, I can totally relate. That's brilliant. Right. Well, I'm sure you're on the right path, and I'm sure you'll attract the right people, and they'll find you and find your work, and it'll expand and grow, and you're wanting to teach other people how to do this as well, so then you can go to them and you can get some help too. That's what your shoulder's telling you, right? It's saying teach people this stuff. Let's go. You want to get some of this, you need to go and teach people. Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. I just want to spread this work. What really I found put me onto this path a little bit more was coming across Network Spinal, which was from Johnny Epstein, and he wrote the 12 stages. And when I was at the chiropractic college, that's when I came across Craig, and he was originally practicing the Network Spinal technique, and then he shifted out. So then I learned his version of energetic integration, it was called, and now I'm like, okay, no, I need to bring my authentic self to the world and this knowledge.
So tell me,
get it out there.
What did you drop and what did you add from what you've gathered from other people?
Well, I'm working a lot. It's how I'm applying. So, like, I love Donnie's concept again. His concept was around the gateway principle and how going to the point of reorganizing. So where there's a lot of energy in the body, allow it to flood over. It's almost like I'm utilizing a similar concept, going to what's the most energetic point in the person's field, coherently, and bringing that through, and having a bit more of like I've got like a quantum energetic focus on it.
So one was doing quantum and one was doing chiropractic, and you've kind of brought the two together, but you're not allowed to say that.
Well, it's like, Donnie was, he's incredible, and he's got all this stuff and this knowledge, and I'm like, well, let's bring this out into the world.
I feel like my spine has moved, if that makes sense. And I feel like there's something that hasn't quite released in my right shoulder, but I can feel it. I could really see what you were meaning by like traveling, feeling it travel up my body, and it was getting stuck like right here until I put my arms down, and then I think gravity did its thing, and I could just like relax all of my muscles. And that was cool.
Nice.
People I've spoken to have said, just give it a go. Don't try to understand it first. You never get anything done if you try to understand it, because it's experiential. Everybody experiences something different. So
Awesome.
But you're seeing results being the same. So
Yes.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks so much,
Right.
Emily.
Okay. Thank
Cheers
you.
for that.